Hey guys, how's your week going? Hopefully, pretty good. Today's video is going to be about influence. So, influence is something that a lot of people like to say you need power, you need authority, you need to be above the person that you're influencing. But that's not true. Now, influence can be anything. It can be passive, it can be an intentional effect that you have on somebody. Influence is powerful, and it comes in many different forms, packages, and variations.
Oh my gosh. Stephanie, finish your candy cane.
It says you.
You finish your candy cane. It's gonna work.
It says you.
You told me not to touch it.
Yeah, I did. You're right.
It's conflicting interests.
Leave my candy cane.
Okay.
Let's go save a life.
Yes.
Influence! Now, the definition of influence, the capacity to have an effect on somebody's character, their development, or their behavior. Everyone can have an influence on somebody, even in the smallest forms. It can be a passive thing of saying, hey, get me that please. You influence them to do something for you. It works the same way if you're trying to train somebody. You influence them in the proper ways of doing their job. Now there's a positive and a negative influence that you can have on people. What you want to make sure that you do is have a positive one. You don't want to be the person that spreads a lot of negative influences. Why? Well, basically people aren't going to want to be around you too much. You want to spread positive influence, not overly positive, because nobody is that positive. You're going to have some negative things in your character and everything that might influence somebody, but as long as you have a more positive than negative, you're pretty good. You're like an average American, like me. Just remember that you want to be that positive influence. The choice that you have is to be that positive influence in the people around you. It's extremely crucial to build a positive influence, a positive surrounding around you to affect the people in the best way possible. You can have an influence in just the way that you carry yourself, the way that you speak to people or speak of people. It all influences the people around you in the way that they think and the way that they're going to treat the people that they're talking to. Just like when you're working with somebody. When you're working with somebody, they're going to say that you're their senior. They're still learning the trade. They're going to be going off of what you're doing and working off of that. So you're influencing the way that they work because they're looking up to you as the person that's been here for a long time. If you have all these negative qualities in your work experience, you're influencing them negatively. You want to be the person that people go to and they're like, this guy knows his job, this girl knows her job. You know, be that positive influence.
No.
I don't care. I'll get someone else to sign it at the station.
Okay.
Positive influence. I discovered lately that I actually have an influence that I kind of overlooked, and I've been discovering this slowly throughout the past few months that on YouTube I'm actually having a pretty positive influence on certain people. I'm not going to list them, I'm not calling anybody out or anything like that. That's not what this video is for. But I get private messages and everything, and the first time that I had it, I was kind of like in denial, I guess, that I really had an effect on the person. It's really humbling, and I don't really know how to describe it. It's a really heartwarming experience that you made a positive influence in somebody's life to have them want to be better than what they currently are. And it's something that everybody wants. Everybody wants to be better than the day that they were previously. After that first person, there's been so many people that I've spoken to since then and had different conversations with and everything, and it's never changed. I've always had that same like heartwarming feeling, that same like denial that I really did it, but like understanding that they're saying, well, yeah, you kind of did. And so far, I haven't affected anybody negatively. Thank God. But, and like I said already, it's something that just came on recently for me, is that I noticed the positive impact that I was actually having, influencing people to try new things, push themselves, not bring themselves down, saying, oh, I'm a bad test taker, oh, I'm this, oh, I'm that. I can never see me doing this because of this. And just going through conversations, watching my videos and everything, and just talking to me one-on-one, they were able to make a decision on what they really wanted to do. Some people that I spoke to, they didn't want to go into EMS. They want to do nursing. So they're looking at my videos because it's showing you kind of like a background, what's going on and everything. And through that, they were able to make an educated decision on what they really wanted. One person decided that they wanted to become a first responder, drive ambulances, and then they'll use that to go through nursing school and everything. That's awesome. That's really great, because it's a stepping stone. We have a lot of people in my company that do that. They'll go to nursing school and they're just first responders with us, or they're first responders with us, and then like a year later they're like, you know what, I want to be an EMT and go and become like a paramedic and such and such. Now, as far as I go, I don't want to take anybody's kindness for granted. So many people thank me and everything for influencing them in some kind of positive way, and I don't know their entire story. I don't know everything that they went through and how my video affected them, unless if they actually spoken to me about it on a personal private message. It influences me as well, because it makes me want to do more, do better for you guys, as far as the information that I give you, the knowledge that I bring in, and to show you as unfiltered as possible about the EMS life, because I don't want you guys to go into there and think, oh, it's going to be the best job ever, we're going to do this, we're going to do that, it's going to be amazing, it's going to be fun times, because it's not always fun times, you know? You guys telling me how it's positively affected you guys in your decisions and everything, it makes me want to work harder for you. I want to build this new community up. When I first started YouTube, I was looking at all the videos and everything and couldn't find anything about EMT school, and that's how I started, was making videos about EMT school. It was just my experience, my personal experience with school, going through it week by week. And I still haven't updated the pregnancy chapter, but that's a side note. But I started those because I couldn't find anything anywhere else. I didn't know what I was getting into when I was going into EMT school, and like so many other people, I'm a bad test taker. I cannot test worth a darn. I'm horrible at it. Just ask anybody that knows me and they'll be like, yeah, this guy can't take tests worth nothing. I'm a smart guy, but once when it comes to tests, I'm just like 2 plus 2, 2 plus 2. I know this one. I knew it like 5 minutes ago. And that's why I want to build this community, because I want the support system for everybody. I want the motivation for everybody. I want the knowledge, the accumulated knowledge that we have, just that are subscribed onto this channel alone, is amazing. Because not everybody on my channel that's subscribed to me is either thinking about going to school or are in school currently. Some of them are in the workforce as well. Some of them have more knowledge than me. Some of them have more knowledge than just a standard paramedic. Who knows, we might have a CCT medic on here, flight medics on here. But with all that in this community, if we can build it up, it can help people become the best person that they can possibly be. It can motivate them, it can give them that knowledge, and it can give them that drive to just go for it. They'll have that support system, so if they're nervous about something, they'll have the people to support them, and they know that they have someone that has their back. That's the kind of positive influence that I want to see out of this entire community. If nothing else comes out of it, I want to see positive influence, a positive community that works together for a common good. Like I said, I started this channel because I wanted to make an EMT school vlog to where people know what to expect, because I couldn't find it. I couldn't find anybody else that was doing it, and I said, you know what, I'm going to put myself out there. Because the influence that I've had since that first video that I made, I can't even comprehend it. And that's the influence right there. that influence on the people around me, the people on YouTube, that daily influence is something that's so powerful and something that so many people overlook. And when everybody starts understanding that they have such an influence on the community around them, that's when something really great happens. That's when people start going out of their way for each other. They stop thinking about what other people can do for them, and they think about what they can do for other people. And that's the influence that you want in this world. So then, the question that I ask to you is, what can you do in your community to create that positive influence? Think about it. Me, I'm going to keep on trying and doing my best to create content that's helpful, that's informative, that's entertaining, of course, and that can help guide everybody that needs that certain guidance, and helps people in their journey of discovering who they are. I'm truly honored that my video has influenced the people that it has. I will never take it for granted. With that, guys, I'm going to end the video here. I hope this helped out somebody out in the world to help them understand the influence that they have on the people around them. But until next time, guys, peace.